Hello and welcome to today's session. I'm super excited that you are here today. And as we get started here, while I let people in, I want to know if you're tuning in live today on Monday, June 12th, I think. I can't remember what the day it is, but I hope that you're having a great day. Or maybe you're watching this on the replay. Either one, drop that in the comments. I love seeing who is watching, when you're watching, and even if you want to include where you're tuning in from, because you guys know I love to see where in the world you are. But as we get started here today, we have three really cool things we're going to be covering. They're new features of ClickDesigns, and if you're a user, these three things are going to be epic. One is layers, and I use layers in Photoshop, and I don't have to use Photoshop as much anymore, and I love that they have added layers because this is something that I use a lot. I'm going to show you how I use it using ClickDesigns. Layers, really cool to organize your different elements inside your graphics. Number two is elements. You can create some really cool elements now and add them in. People were asking for this, and guess what? ClickDesigns they listen to their users. So if you have feature updates, add those to the Facebook group or send a support ticket and let them know, because they are adding things that you guys want, which is really cool. And the third thing is Zoom backgrounds. And so I use Zoom all the time, and I know that it is great to have a nice background if you want to really, spice up where you're at, or maybe you have a room that's kind of messy and you want to have a Zoom background. So I'm going to jump into training right now. I'm going to turn off my camera. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are too. I will see you in the training. All right, so what we are going to be doing today is I'm going to show you these brand new features, and I'm super excited about it because the more you know about ClickDesigns, the more you're going to be able to help your audience, the more you're going to be able to leverage the software, and guess what? The more you're going to be able to earn by using it to level up your business. And so I love when they put out brand new feature updates because it just shows you that they are improving the software any chance they get. Literally, when I talk to Mo or anyone from his team and I mention something, an idea, the next thing I know, they are creating that inside of ClickDesigns for everyone to use. I love that about them, and you should too. Who doesn't love that they have a software that they have access to where the team is continually listening to the users on what to update in the features? If you love that, please drop something in the comments of yes, love it, great support, love seeing new updates, anything to tell the team and send them some love, because seriously, not all softwares do that, and this one does. And so I'm going to show you an example of that in a minute when we get into one of these brand new features. So today we're going to be covering layers, elements, and Zoom backgrounds as our three brand new updates. But guess what? I think we have some time. And so I added in two more updates. Let me show you what those are. Let me go to the next slide. I'm going to also show you how to create borders and use ClickDrive. Pretty cool. ClickDrive is something I've been wanting, and now I'm super excited because it's here, and I'm going to show you it in action today. So I'm going to go quickly through these since we have a lot to cover. I'm covering 5 different things in a very short period of time. So let's keep going, but I want you guys to up your design game with these feature updates. So I'm going to show you them, and let's just have some fun with it, because the more that you use ClickDesigns, and as you guys know, I love ClickDesigns, but the more I use it, the more I'm just comfortable with all of the features and finding things and realizing what's possible. And that's why I do these trainings, is to show you guys what I'm using ClickDesigns for, but also for you guys to get reminded of some of the new things coming out. We are all busy. I know I'm crazy busy, dealing with lots of things with life, and right now I'm dealing with some pretty tough stuff in, not me per se, but I have a family member that's dealing with something really tough right now, and so we just have a lot going on as people and as entrepreneurs, but I want to be here to support you and as someone who can remind you what just came out. And that's why I'm putting this video together, to go even, more reinforcing, I'll say, the new features. So I want to show you because, like I said earlier, The more you use this, the more you're going to get more ideas on what you can actually earn money with doing things with ClickDesigns, right? Like you can create new elements, and that's what I'm going to show you today, using ClickDesigns, and offer it as a service possibly, or make your pages look even better, or your products. And the sky is the limit, as you guys will know. And these are just some of the features that you're going to see today, but they're adding them all the time, and I think it is so cool. So without further ado, let's get going. So I want you guys first to know that everything I'm going to cover today, there's a dedicated video for each of these. So I'm not going to go into the how-to step-by-step, click this, click that. I'm going to do it fast, but I'm going to tell you that there are tutorials that the team has made specifically for each of these. So you can go look at these on YouTube. And I've circled them here, the ones we're going to be covering today, but you can also go into the Facebook. So Facebook official group for ClickDesigns or YouTube, they're out there and they're waiting for you to watch them and to use them and to reference, okay? So just know that what I'm showing you is a very fast, high level, but you can go out there and it's going to show you very quickly. In fact, all of these videos are very short, succinct, to the point. And let me tell you, I know the person who created these, who's on the ClickDesigns teams, and she's a rock star. She's amazing. And I love her voice on these videos. And they just, as you can see from the comments, she does it in a way that you can learn it very fast. So just know that they're out there. Okay, let's get started with the first one, and this is called layers. And I love this update, let me tell you, because I don't know about you, but I'm a former, and I guess I still use it sometimes, but not as much anymore now that I have ClickDesigns, but Photoshop person. And I love layers. Layer editor is just something where you have a way to organize all of your elements in one place. This layers pane, and I'm going to jump right in after this slide into the software and show you what I mean, because I want to jump in today and show you. But when you're creating your awesome visuals, you're going to notice that there are lots of layers. And most of the time, you're going to be using templates. And the templates weren't created by you, right? They were created by someone else. So you don't know how many pieces, how many different individual things are in there. That's what layers does. It adds a level of depth to all of the templates. So now that you can click on any text layer, any graphics layer, any effects layer, anything that you want, and it's going to tell you where they are. And I'm going to show you that in action, but this will make it easy. You can experiment with different designs and styles. And let me just tell you, if you're starting from scratch or you're using a template, you're going to love layers, and just, you're going to forget it's even there. But when you realize the power of it, you might start using it more and more. So that's what we're going to jump into right now. Let me jump into the software. All right, so inside the software, this is my demo account. We are going to select a template. I'm going to go over here to templates, and I'm going to look for a template that I think has a ton of layers, so I can give you the full scope of what we're looking at here and why this is so cool. So if we go down here, all of these have a lot. I'm going to look for one that has a ton. Let's see, this one probably has a lot here. Oh, this one's probably pretty good too. Which one do you guys want to use? How about, let's do this one. So I'm going to click Use Template. I'm going to rename, or I'm going to name it Demo Layers. Click Continue. So here we go. We have cooking lessons. So we have this little element. We have some text here. We have a little shape. We have a background. We have words. And you can see all these different things. Lots of different things, right? There's a lot of things going on. Now, what if I wanted to move something, but I can't tell what is what, right? It's like this. There are two things here. But if you're not careful, you might move the wrong thing. So what if I want to move this, but it's in the way? What's great is I can use layers. So on the right panel here, you're going to see on the top right, it says layers. Click that. A panel is going to open up. You're going to see there are 11 or 12 layers. Path group. When we click that path group, you're going to see something highlighted on the top or on the bottom. I can actually name this now. I can say logo bottom right. I like to kind of do that for myself. It's easy. And if I want to click this is text. That's kind of self-explanatory already. This path group is, we'll rename it as green text background. And you can kind of get the idea now, right? I can rename all of these different things. That this would be, what is this? See, this is, if we do the little eyeball, so they're on the right side of each layer, there's a show hide, so I can undo it. Oh, that's pretty cool. You see that, guys? That is a shadow. And then there's lock, so I can lock it to where nothing can get really messed up. I like to use the lock a lot. And also the little check mark here where you can actually click and rename and then click it again. Finally, we also have on the left side where you can actually move these around. So perhaps I want to put the cookbook behind the, let's see. Okay, we're gonna name these now so I know what they are. Okay, so we have cookbook. This one is a shadow. See, these are kind of, I'll probably group those, right? So if I grouped these three things and I right click and click group, now it's going to make a group up here, which is pretty neat, right? So group, see how it's combined into a folder? So I can actually now rename that to cookbook. And that I can move around now. So now I can move this behind, see how I moved it behind the big monitor? So that's the beauty of layers. I love it because now it's so much easier to actually find things. So as you go in here, you can just see, I mean, I love this so much, and I hope that you guys do too. So if you need more training on this, what I want you to do is I want you to go to YouTube and search the ClickDesigns training videos for layers. You're going to love it. Now, if you're like me, you're used to using layers, this is going to be no problem for you, but it might take you a little bit of getting used to. But if you aren't used to layers and you're over here and you're trying to edit something, but for some reason it won't let you click on this and you're not sure how to get to it, and you're like sending it forward, sending it backward, and you're frustrated, the layers tool is where you can go and start to just highlight each one. And it's going to show you and highlight the different elements, and you're going to be able to see really easily now which ones they are, as well as renaming them to make it easier. You can move them around, you can group them. I love it. Okay, so let's jump back in. We have more to cover. All right, so that was pretty cool, right? How you can use layers, and I hope that you check that out and you use them, because for me, as someone who loves to be organized, this is awesome. So use that. Let me know how it goes. To drop some comments if you use this already, have you used layers, or if you're planning to use them, and let us know how it goes. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Elements. Now, someone posted inside the Facebook group that they wanted elements. Let me see if I can find that post. Hold on one second. So someone wrote in the ClickDesigns group on April 26th. They said, "Hello everyone, please, I need your help. Can anyone direct me where I can get this shape in ClickDesigns to create this logo type for my podcast?" Okay, so you see this, and guess what ClickDesigns did? They actually showed you how to create this exact shape using the new elements with basic shapes. So I'm going to show you that right now. Let's jump into the software. All right, so let's get out of here. Let's leave. And we're going to create a brand new from blank canvas project. So start from scratch. I'm going to name this AGN demo. And let's call this elements. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to create this for you guys to see how easy it is. I'm going to make it a big canvas just so we have room to play with. We can always change that on the fly later, which I love about ClickDesigns. So we are going to go into this, and we're going to click on shapes. We're going to click on basic shapes, and we're going to look for this exact one. Click on view more. Here we go. I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to move it to the canvas. Oops. I do that all the time, don't I? Okay, I'm going to make this big. And I'm going to make it red. I wonder if I can make it the same color of red. Ooh, not pink. Okay, let's see. A little bit of orange. Let's go all the way down. Down here. That's pretty close, don't you think? Why don't we just go ahead and do that? All right. Pretty neat, right? Okay. And then I'm going to click, right click, duplicate, and it's going to make another one. Okay. And then I'm going to click duplicate again. And now we are going to flip it vertically. And we're going to add them like this, and we're going to make it a little darker because we want to kind of show that it's kind of darker. That's pretty good, isn't it? Okay. And then we're going to send it backwards. Send backwards, send backwards. Okay. Are you guys impressed about how quick that was? I mean, I literally did a few clicks, and there you go. We can move these a little bit. And again, we just covered layers, so if you want to see that, I can click this and I can name that so let's see, this is top and then bottom. Pretty easy, right? I mean, that's pretty cool. So let me add the words and then that's it, guys. I mean, that's how easy it is to recreate. Now, if you want to make these a little closer, you can actually, you know, make this a little taller. You can make this one a little taller. So his was a little bit chunkier, it seems like. See how I can't select the back one? This is a great use of layers right here. Watch this. All I do is click this one. Ooh, and then I just go here, and now I can make it a little bit bigger. So his was a little chunkier, so that's what I wanted to do. Pull that down. Let's see how that looks. Go up a little bit. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then this one here. Wow. Pretty cool. Okay, now let's add some text. So we're going to go up to text. We're going to click add new text layer. We're going to put the school. Looks like the font's pretty good here. And we're going to put that up here, make it white. And then we are going to turn it. And then we are going to make it bigger. It looks like it's italicized, so we're just going to click italicized right there. The school. That's pretty good, don't you guys think? Let's go a little bit down. Okay, the school. And then let's make another text layer. I'm just going to duplicate this one. Duplicate this one, I guess I should say. And then come down here, make sure it's centered. And then I'm going to rewrite greatness. Like that. Maybe bring that down a little bit. Like that. Okay, and now we need of, right? So go to text, click add new layer, click OF, and now it looks like it's a cursive. So let's make that white. And then we're going to go down to the font family, and we're going to find a cursive one. So let's see. Scroll down. That's pretty good. But you can find the exact one if you wanted to, but that's pretty close, guys. Now I can make the colors a little change and I can shift it around. I can make this look perfect if I really wanted to, but I just wanted to show you guys how fast and easy that was. Now, please comment below fast if you thought that was pretty good in such a short period of time. And you can do this too, creating elements that you see online and you want to mimic, or you have an idea in your head. You can use shapes to create those. Pretty cool. Let's jump back into slides. All right, so that was pretty cool, right? You were able to redesign some basic shapes. You were able to create some things that you see online using basic shapes. So you have to be a little bit creative here, and don't be afraid to just unlock your creativity, but you can really transform just basic objects into some really cool things just like this. And now you'll be able to see that. So I'm gonna close out of this Facebook. Let's see here. Back to my slides. Okay, so now we're back on the slides. So let's get going. We have a lot to cover, and we have 3 more things, and I want to make sure I get through this within the next few minutes. So let's go. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is Zoom backgrounds. How many people Zoom? I would probably guess that the majority of people who are watching this video have Zoomed at least one time, if not all the time. I have Zoomed hundreds of times in the last 4 years alone, let alone beyond that. And it's a lot, right? But what's great about Zoom is it offers you the green screen background without even having a green screen. That's the coolest part. You can actually have a background even if you don't have a really solid background or a green screen behind you, which is pretty cool. I've used this feature before. I've actually used it with videos. I've used it with backgrounds, and it's pretty neat. There are times when I've been doing trainings where I'll have some of the slides right behind me as a background. People love that. I've also had myself on a roller coaster. Yep, I was on a roller coaster. It made people dizzy, so I don't use that anymore, but it's pretty neat, right? So you can look like you're virtual in a cafe, or you can look like you're in an office setting. So we're going to show you that in a minute, but pretty cool. Within seconds, your video conferences can really make a statement. They can help you look a little more professional because maybe your background isn't the greatest. Mine's just black, so it would be cool to spice mine up. I used to use Zoom backgrounds all the time, and I have not used one in a long time. Guess what? Because of ClickDesigns, I now can very easily. So let's jump into the software. Let me show you what I mean. All right, so we are in here, and I am going to actually just keep this here, and we're going to use this as a way to create backgrounds for Zoom, and we're just going to keep this in text. So I'm going to actually group this together. It's going to become my logo. So I'm going to put this over here in the bottom, and I'm going to resize this to 1920 by 1080. That's generally what I use for my widescreen, and I'm going to put that in the bottom. That's going to become my logo. And then I'm going to go to background, and I'm going to click image, and I'm going to go to library. Now I have some that I've created, right? I've created these borders and some really cool backgrounds, but I'm going to actually go to library, and I'm going to search. You can go down here and click on backgrounds, and you can create your own, but there's a lot here that are really great. I mean, look at these. These are pretty cool. It looks like rooms, right? So if I click, let's see one that's a good one. My eyes are getting bad. I can't see. Oh, how about this one? This one's kind of cool. So if I keep that, that's in the background now, and I export this out, I can use this as my background. What would that look like? So say this is, let's see, is this me? So say this is me on a Zoom, right? I'm maybe in the middle here, and I'm gonna get and I want you guys to know, spoiler alert, there are some additions to the Pro Image Editor right here. I'm not going to go through these today, but these are other feature requests and feature updates from Remove Objects, Tune Eyes, Color Correction, Photo Colorizer, Image Enhancer, Blur Background, Face Cutout. I'm just going to stick with the one today, Background Remover, but just know that we'll be covering those in a future episode. But remove background, click, and done. So this is what it would look like if I was on a Zoom. Pretty cool, right? It's me talking. Maybe I'm a lot bigger. Maybe I look more like that, right? Hello, everybody. My name is Angie Norris. That's the way my kids act whenever they're kind of making fun of me. So that's pretty easy. Let's change the background out. Let's just delete this background and hit delete. Oops, sorry. Delete background, and click the button, and then click background, and let's go to a different one. Click view more, and let's just keep going. This one's cool. Ooh, look at that. Looks like I'm in a studio, right? Pretty neat. Or maybe I'm going to keep going. So I'm not gonna go into like super details here because it's pretty self-explanatory. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You can click any of these and they're just all really cool. Or you can make your own from scratch. The sky is the limit. Add your logo, add elements, add your name here. I can put, Angie Norris, ClickDesigns Insider up here in text. Pretty cool. And then all you do is export these out. Make sure you take out yourself if you've added yourself just to see what it would kind of look like. But look at that. That is pretty cool. And I'm excited about it. I'm going to test this out. I want you guys to test this out too. But let me jump back into slides because we have a lot more to cover and I want to make sure I get through everything. But pretty neat. Drop a comment that you're going to create a Zoom background for yourself. And I would love to see you actually with a screenshot, maybe when you're on your next Zoom, take a screenshot of you with your background. How cool would that be? All right, let's jump back into slides. All right, the next thing we're going to be covering borders. Now, I decided to add these in because I saw these posted and I'm like, oh, I'm going to add borders in because they just posted something about it. So I wanted to make sure that this was in the new features update as I'm doing this, right? And I can do that since we're live here. But this is really cool. It's very easy to do. You can add borders really easily to any of your designs. And so I'm going to show you that right now. These are a way to, just kind of amp up your graphics with whether gosh, I can't even explain how many things you use graphics for, right? Social media, flyers, presentations. Now you can add borders. And sometimes borders just make things pop or they make things look just a little bit better. So let's show you that right now. And I'm going to show you a couple things with shapes and then also how to make the borders thicker by using the editor. And so let's jump in here. All right, since we already have this open, I'm just going to use this. It's going to become our canvas here. I'm going to go to shapes and I'm going to keep clicking down here and we're going to look for some borders here. And you can see these little borders here? You can use all of these. Some of these are buttons, but if I clicked this one, let's just go to here. And we come right here, we can see that this is a dark border, but if we make it, say I want it to be my colors, and I'm going to go to brand kit, I'm going to click my colors, and I'm going to click this. All right, there's my colors. It kind of matches already, right? And we're going to go, I'm going to use the magnetic grid, which I love, and what I do is I go like this, and it snaps into place, right? Kind of cool. Go here. And then go here. All right, that's pretty good, right? We have that. We can change it to any color we want. So maybe I want to change it to my hot pink. Why don't we do that just for the purposes of this training? Maybe I want it to be a little thicker. So I will click on it to select it. Or I can again go to layers and click path group. And then I can also go to stroke. And we can add a big stroke, right? Look how big that stroke is. Pretty big, right? We can change the color here to any color. Maybe I want it purple. I mean, it's that easy. Okay, let's just change that out. Maybe a different background, or different border, I should say. You can click any of these, and there's a lot of them, right? You can make your own, be inventive. You can actually create some really cool borders if you wanted to, like if you wanted to create from scratch, your own kind of borders. We'll do the hot pink again, but the sky's the limit. You just go in here and you look to see what you want. Let's click that one. Let's go like this. Put that one right here. Let's make it pink. Like that. Brand colors. There we go. Okay. And you can do this and copy, paste it, go up here, paste. Okay, now click on this one to select it, click on 180, and then now we can put this one in the corner. Right? Are you getting what I'm saying? You can create your own borders. You can do so much. You can put double if you want to make double layers. I mean, you can just make your own. So if you see one online that someone else has, a border you can use, do it. And look at that. And I can group these together and use these however I want. I mean, I made that pretty quickly. So you guys understand what you can do. Pretty neat. Let me jump back into slides. All right, finally, I want to show you ClickDrive. I love this. I was talking to Mo one time. We were talking about the marketplace, actually. I was talking about marketplace, and we were just going back and forth and shooting around ideas. And I made a comment, like, what if I wanted to give more than one graphic in a bundle? And he was like, well, I guess you're going to need to be able to select more than one graphic to add them to a folder. And I said, yes, that's exactly what I need. And lo and behold, here it is in the software. This is what I love about the team. They will take your feature requests. Like, there is a thread on the Facebook group that says feature requests. There's like over 250 comments already, but you can go there, add your feature requests, and I can tell you, they have a roadmap and they're adding everything and anything that they can, because they want to make sure that you know all the capabilities and that you can do what you need to do with your business, right? Okay, so let me show you really quickly how to bulk select using ClickDrive, this new feature, and organize your designs into folders very, very fast. So this will streamline your workflow. So let me show you. Okay, so let's exit this and go back to the dashboard. What we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to select multiple. And what I mean by this is when you have a lot of designs and you want to add them to a folder. So in your drive here, I'm going to click on the top right, it says My Drive. You'll see that there are these folders. If I want to add a new folder, and let's call it ClickDesigns Streaming Backgrounds. Okay, so I created this folder in my drive, right? And I can go to my designs and I can go down here and look for all of those, right? Look at this. See where it says check all? If I wanted to, I could click check all. And maybe I want to add all of these into a folder. There's an action box and you can either add to drive and apply. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go down here and I'm going to look for some of my other ones. Now, these streaming ones I was talking about, you guys know I've made 20 of them and I put them on Marketplace. I made those in my own account and that's why they're not here. But you can see there's an example. So let's look down here. We have this bundle right here. And maybe I want to do this. So there's a little box when you hover over it next to the favorites. And if you're wondering what happened to favorites, I want you to know that when you click on the heart button on any template, it goes to a favorites folder. You can find that now by going up to the top right and you'll see a heart. That's where they moved it. It's pretty easy now. You just click that button and it opens up all your favorites. Just wanted to add that in there. All right, so you want to click the different ones. So see how I'm hovering over each one of these and I'm able to check mark it. And all of these kind of go in a series and I want to add them to a folder. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to select action and I'm going to add to drive. Click apply and you'll see all these folders. So maybe I want to add it to these folders or this one particular folder. I'm going to click that. You can do one by one. So I'm going to click this first one. I'm going to click add. And you're going to see them and you'll see a success little pop up there that'll tell you that they were done. Okay, now let's go search to see if ClickDrive worked. So I'm going to click My Drive and I'm going to go to that folder and I'm going to open it by clicking View. And look, there they are. They're here, they are. Now I can share these individually or I can go back here and I can actually share the whole folder by clicking share and you'll be able to attach your affiliate link and I'm able to give these out. That's pretty cool. Now I want to make sure you guys know that there's a little eyeball there and don't be confused with views. That's visitors over here on the right. But on this you can actually click clone and edit and now you've given them permission to actually edit your designs, attach your affiliate link pretty neat. It's great when you're an affiliate marketer for ClickDesigns. So I know we're at the top of the hour, we're over, and I need to close out here, but I just wanted to show you those 5 different things with ClickDrive being the last one because it's pretty cool. So let's get back into slides. All right, guys, did you guys think that was pretty cool? And guess what? There's going to be more features and more features and more features that come out all the time. That's why I had to bundle into one training, because I know I had to cover it fast, but there is so much you can do with ClickDesigns, and with these features, you can do even more. So I hope you're excited. I want to challenge you guys to go and create some graphics using layers or some templates using layers. I want you to go and create some elements. And also, if you're using a Zoom at any point in your business or in your life, wouldn't it be cool to have some backgrounds? You can now with ClickDesigns. So I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to see in the comments who is going to be willing to create some stuff and which one of these, or maybe all of them, that you're going to try. So let us know that. But I'm going to close us out here. I don't want to run over too much time, but I just want to say thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys next week. Super excited to cover some really fun affiliate stuff that is relevant to today. So